Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
The following program's views, claims, or ideas may not reflect those of WSRR Radio or StylesRebelRadio.com.
And now, we take you behind enemy lines with Lucas DeRazio and Dom Ferro on WSRR Radio.
All Browns fans will go to heaven where football season's never ending. The leaves have changed, smell it in the air. Where every morning is a Sunday morning, the grill is firing and the drinks are pouring. All Browns fans will go to heaven and our Modell can go to hell.
Welcome to another episode of Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, and thank you for joining us on your Friday morning at 10 o'clock for our Super Bowl preview show. We are recording this on February 4th of 2026. It's coming out on February 6th, just 2 days prior to Super Bowl LX, Super Bowl 60, where the Patriots will face off against the Seattle Seahawks. Drake May against Sam Darnold, Mike Vrabel versus Mike O'Connell, or what's his name? Mike, right? Mike O'Connell, something like that.
Not Kevin O'Connell. Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald. There we go. Close enough.
Took us a little bit. We got there.
Names. I knew his name was Mike. I knew it was Mike versus Mike. That's for sure.
He doesn't have as much juice as a lot of NFL. I know I've used that word a lot in the last 2 weeks describing this.
A lot of NFL coaches.
Yeah, he just doesn't like pop off like a lot of guys.
Kind of like how even keeled he is, but he's got a little bit of fire in him.
Yeah, like when he got hired, it just didn't seem like something that was gonna move the needle, but he did. He moved it, or was it Sam Darnold?
It was all Darny.
Was it the Emerald City Route Artist? Have you seen that new nickname?
Is that JSN?
That's been popping on Twitter today. Some these people who are getting like media credentials at the Super Bowl, they just ask ridiculous questions. He's like, "Hey JSN, you ever get a nickname?" He's like, "I got one for you." He's like, "Yeah, let's hear it." He's like, "The Emerald City Route Artist."
Wow.
And JSN was like, "It's a little long."
Isn't Emerald City like what the city in The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't even know Seattle was called the Emerald
I've
City.
never heard that in my life.
Thought it was
the Emerald City?
Yeah. I guess that's what they call it.
They just made that up. I saw the one Super Bowl media day guy asked. He was like, "Sam, how much confidence does it give you just knowing that you can only get mono once in your life?" And he was like, "It's great. It's a huge edge."
That one's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think it was one of like Will Compton busting with the boys. He got a credential, and I think he asked Cooper Kupp, like, "Is this a must-win game or a can't-lose game?"
Oh, I like that.
Like, well, that's an
important question.
That's an old and told one though. Like the mono one, that's like
that's new. That's
very
fresh.
Relevant.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. He can't get mono one more time. So Sam Darnold, as long as it's from something else, or as long as it's not from mono, he will play in the Super Bowl. I hope. How's the oblique doing for him? Huh?
Haven't heard anything.
All of a sudden, it came out that before that divisional round that he had an oblique injury. Haven't heard a single thing since. He's been playing great, so I guess he's completely healthy. This will be a good one. I can see this game going one of two ways. I think that there's an opportunity where the Seahawks could come out and just dominate and just blow the Patriots out of the water.
For sure.
Or it's going to be a really, really tight game, and I think the Patriots will cover the spread. I think the spread's 4.5 right now going into the weekend.
Let me double check that here real quick.
Now, of course, I do
4.5, 45.5 over under.
Ooh, I don't know. I might take the under on that.
Yeah.
45.5. We can talk about some of the other lines in the next segment, but we can do a quick preview of this one now. I think I said it last week, but looking at the Patriots coaching staff, they've got Mike Vrabel, first-year head coach for them. A lot of playoff experience, a lot of head coach experience back when he was with the Titans, and they have Josh McDaniel as their OC. Who was the OC when he was, there with the Patriots for with Tom Brady and all those Super Bowl runs. This coaching staff and this organization overall has so much more Super Bowl experience. Now, a lot of the players don't have it because obviously they weren't there when Tom Brady was there. Drake May's only in his second year. Travion Henderson's a rookie. I don't think Ramondre Stevenson was there for anything. Like,
No, I don't think so.
I don't know if there's anyone. There's not many guys on the Patriots roster who have played in the Super Bowl, but the coaching staff and the organization should have them more prepared for the circus around the Super Bowl than almost any other, except for maybe the Chiefs, than any other organization kind of could.
Yeah.
And at least they should have a lot more prep than the Seahawks should. I think that could be a big factor in it, and I think that guiding light could be a reason that they keep it close.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks have just got so much talent. Right now, they're the hottest team in the league, I think. I mean, obviously, they're one of two teams that are left in the league, so yeah, they better be one of the two hottest. But I don't know, Dom. What do you feel about this one? How do you like that spread 4.5?
4.5 is tough. I'm leaning towards what you were saying earlier, where the Patriots find a way to stay in this one. They make it gritty, and they end up covering, maybe even winning this game. Like I don't want to see the Patriots win. I don't want to see them get a 7th Lombardi, but I just think it's a gritty team, and it does come down to coaching, not just experience. But I think Vrabel, coming into this game as an underdog, I think that's big for this team. If they came into this one as favorites, maybe I wouldn't be feeling the same. But when you have Vrabel as an underdog in his first Super Bowl as a head coach, I think he's going to have these guys ready to go.
Are they going to have the weapons on the outside though that can match up with like the
that's the
Seahawks secondary? Nicky Manwari, the rookie, has played awesome. They got Julian Love as their free safety. They got some good corners too, in Woolen and Witherspoon. And when you really look at the Patriots offense, like obviously they've done enough to get to this point, and they've won 14 games in the regular season. But like Demario Douglas, or did they win 14 games? I'm not 100% sure on that.
Douglas.
Pop Douglas, Keyshawn Booty, Stephon Diggs, obviously, but like I don't know if they have the talent on the outside. Like it'll be a challenge
as far as
on the outside for this one.
Like as far as weapons go, Patriots might have the worst outside of like the Raiders in the NFL.
Oh, the worst.
The worst.
The Browns. What about the Browns? I would
Browns
take
are pretty bad.
I would take the Patriots receivers all day over Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman.
But then you add in Fannin, then it gets a little more interesting.
Yeah, but they got Hunter Henry.
But it's not too like far apart. Like the differences between the worst in the NFL and the Super Bowl team Patriots, it's not very different. Like Stephon Diggs is one of the worst like number one options in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not like they have it's not like they're one of these teams coming into the Super Bowl where it's like, oh my God, they have weapons all over the field. How are we going to stop them?
Exactly. How are you going to guard these guys? It's just not the same threat. And then like, the Seahawks are the hottest team. They have the best defense in the league, but offensively, they do have better weapons. I think JSN is the best receiver in this game. I think Kenneth Walker is the best running back in this game.
I think Cooper Kupp might be wide receiver 1 for the Patriots, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's spectacular. He
probably
obviously he's on the back end of his career, but he's still like
he's been delivering down the stretch.
Still knows what he's doing, and he knows how to get open, makes catches. I think he's an underrated part of that team for sure.
I think one guy that isn't going to make much of an impact is Travion Henderson, unfortunately. I just don't think he's going to be a big part of the game.
He's a very boomer doom running back where he'll either pop off for an 80-yard touchdown or he'll have nothing. I just don't see him like he's a home run hitter for sure, but like I don't see him having 15 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown where it's like, he just had a solid game. And especially not on this defense.
He might not get like more than 5 carries.
Yeah, I was going to say he won't get 15 carries, but at this point in his career, he's not that guy. Stevenson will probably get the majority of the touches. You know what?
I feel like I'm talking myself out of the Patriots right now.
You are, aren't you?
But
they got a great defense, and they're going to be prepared.
They're gritty.
And the thing we haven't said yet, they got Drake May. I mean, like
they got a better quarterback.
Yeah,
I can probably say that.
They have the more talented quarterback. Now the Seahawks have the more experienced quarterback and the more weapons around him, which I think can obviously, be the determining factor in this one. But in terms of pure talent and potential moving forward, the Patriots do have a better quarterback.
Yeah. Problem is how the receivers get open on this defense. That's what I'm worried about.
It'll be interesting.
The under, though.
Yeah, I like the under a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I was listening to Son of a Boy Dad on the way here, and like Lil Sass said 17-10, and I was like, I could very much so see this
You might
being
be onto something.
a low-scoring game,
The guy might know ball, honestly.
a defensively dominated game,
Yeah.
not a ton of touchdowns. I don't
It'll
care
be a
if there's a
slugfest.
I don't care if there's a ton of scoring, but I just want it to be close. Like I really, really would hate for it to be a blowout. And as the season, as we get closer to the Super Bowl, it's more and more setting in on me that like after this Sunday, we're not going to have football
I know.
for what 7 months, 6 months.
I was thinking about that this week. Like I almost put on like an old football game, like a 2013 like Sunday night football game. But I was like, I need to save these. I need to save these for the summer when I need it most. But I might just stop doing that because this NFL season, when it came back, it didn't mean as much because I was watching football year round.
You were watching the
throwbacks.
classics too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the regular games came back, I was like, this is nothing like Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers in 2013.
This is nothing like two of the greatest quarterbacks dueling,
Yeah.
where instead I'm watching 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers against Dylan Gabriel. Like, why aren't they balling out like I was just watching on Bart Simpson?
Yeah. It definitely was the least interested I've been in an NFL season probably in my life.
Really?
Since I've been like 10, I can say.
I think a lot of people were saying that. I thought this season was great. I thought it was a lot of fun.
bad.
I think it was nice. The parody of it was really nice. There was new teams winning. I liked that the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs. Like, not that I'm a Chiefs hater. Like, sometimes they can get on my nerves and whatever. I do think that because we've talked about this on this show, and in the past on other shows, but like that Patrick Mahomes kind of was like the hot young thing when he was new in the league, and then he really wore on people and he got annoying because of the success. Now I think with the down season, they didn't make the playoffs, tore his ACL at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised next year he has the Steph Curry arc where now he's so respected and everyone just loves him from coming back, and he's going to ball out again. But anyway, back to this season. I kind of like that Chiefs didn't make it, Ravens didn't make it, Bengals didn't make it. Like there was a lot of new teams.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, look at the Super Bowl, like the Seahawks at the beginning of this year, people were like, they're going to be worse than they were last year because they didn't believe in Darnold. They got rid of DK Metcalf. Now they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Patriots, people were like, they won 4 games last year. They new head coach. People were saying they were on the fence about Drake May. They said the same things we said earlier. They don't have the weapons, maybe, but look at them now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if like I look at the season as just like who made the playoffs at the end of the year. Like there's just nothing throughout the season. It was just too up and down. There was not much consistency.
But that's good. That's
I
good
don't know
for
if
the
it is
league.
though.
Any given Sunday, anyone can lose or anyone can win on any Sunday.
It just seemed this year they took it to another level. There was just no elite teams. Just I don't know. This season didn't do it for me. Maybe
Really?
it was watching a 42-year-old quarterback.
I was gonna say
Steelers, but
that probably didn't help a ton.
I mean, ever since Ben retired, things just ain't been the same. I'll say that much.
Of course not. I will say
Couldn't be.
I hated the guy a lot watching him, when he was playing.
Yeah.
Watching him now, like going back and watching the old games of him, like, man, I hated him, but I do have to respect him. Like he's a baller.
He's top 10 all time.
Yeah, I would say so. I do think he's a bit underrated. Like he doesn't get the respect that he probably deserves.
Yeah. I saw some people on Twitter saying he's not a Hall of Famer. Like
that's insane.
2-time Super Bowl champion.
2-time Super Bowl champ, never losing season, just like Mike Tomlin.
That's right.
No, I think he's maybe even a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Speaking of Tomlin, what do you think it's weird that he's not like made any comments, not done any interviews? Like his name didn't even get mentioned in.
Well, didn't he make the comment if my uncle had female parts, she'd be my aunt?
that was like after the Ravens game.
He made that comment. No,
left.
No, I mean honestly, I think he's just kind of laying low. I'm not 100% sure if he'll retire, but I do think he's going to take like a gap year where he's like, I'm just going to chill.
Not even going to do TV.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it.
And in all honesty, too, I've heard that like he's, I don't want to dox him or anything, but I've heard there's some like personal issues, like some family stuff going on. I know Dino's got some
TikToks,
some TikToks and things like that. His son, so I think he's going to take the opportunity to just chill and relax. And I don't think there's there's any rush for him to get to the next stage in his career.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's been a lot of noise, especially on Pittsburgh Twitter, about him and just a bunch of nonsense, hopefully. But Mike McCarthy now, from one mic to another mic. We'll see what happens. But
It was Groundhog Day earlier this week, and
it was.
I was watching, saw the clips from it, and I reinforced my point last week. Mike McCarthy looks like he should be the mayor of Punxsutawney. Like, he just looks like when he was shaved, he just
One of those guys who drinks all night long, waiting for the groundhog.
That's
to come
right. That's right. And watches him come out, sees his shadow. 6 more weeks of winter,
So-
unfortunately.
I don't know if I've ever actually watched Groundhog Day. Like, I probably
The movie?
did when I was in. No, I've seen the movie.
Oh,
that
okay.
movie's really good. Like the actual event in Punxsutawney.
I've never seen it. I've never really watched. I mean, I just saw
You
like
see all the clips?
Yeah, I'll see it on Twitter.
Like they're like, if he sees his shadow, he'll run away. He'll go back in his hole. But I feel like the only clips I maybe have seen, they just hold him up.
That's one thing. I've never
seen one.
actually seen him do the shadow sighting.
Exactly.
I've seen them singing songs and stuff, and
Holding
they
him
hold him up, and
Yeah.
like he's a god, he's a deity to that town. But I've never actually seen what is the
When does he get scared?
ritual of him deciding
I've
whether
never
or
seen him
not-
actually see his shadow.
Yeah, exactly. Me neither.
They give that guy a lot of crap because he doesn't get it right all the time. But I think I saw a stat. He's batting 390 lifetime. He's a Hall of Famer. If he's hitting that in the MLB.
Yeah, but it's a 50-50 shot. They're not throwing 100-mile fastballs at him. He's got a 50-50 shot of it being warm or cold.
Listen, if Ty Cobb is the greatest of all time, then Punxsutawney Phil at least deserves to live. I've been seeing people say he should have been in a stew for getting it wrong.
Why not? I'd throw him in a stew. Sounds pretty
Couldn't be
delish.
good.
Sounds pretty delish.
What about Bear? I saw you liked that clip on Instagram. Some dude
Francis
was
Ellis yucking up some bear.
eating some
Sounds
roast
pretty
bear.
good.
You
I'd
think
eat
that'd
that.
be good?
Oh yeah, why not? A
I
stew
was
with some
wondering.
potatoes and carrots and bear.
I think it'd be a little gamey though.
That's fine with me. You like venison? Like deer venison?
It's all right. That also freaks me out a little bit though.
I'll eat venison. Spectacular. I would love some bear. I
With
feel like it'd be
deer.
a little more fatty too. I'd like that.
I haven't had venison in a long time.
I'm a red meat man.
I don't
I'll
really
eat
trust the
whatever.
venison much.
I'll eat anything once.
Yeah.
If I was in a foreign country and they offered me dog, I might try it.
Maybe. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna distance myself from that comment there.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I probably wouldn't do that just because they're so lovable and friendly.
Yeah, but
Cats are just too skinny. There couldn't be anything good on that. Just be lean, muscle.
yeah, too stringy. I feel like.
I mean, people get mad for people eating dogs. People eat fish. We eat fish all the time. People keep fish as pets.
That's totally different.
How?
That's completely different. Fish and dog. Yeah, but you're not keeping a carp in your aquarium. You're not keeping a cod or a salmon. You got a goldfish in there.
Yeah.
Or
Apparently, in other countries, people
betta
eat
fish.
horse.
Yeah,
Horse
I've heard
meat.
that a lot.
I think that would be probably a decent steak.
Yeah,
I think that would.
horse steak.
Yeah.
Nice and tough.
A nice
and
ribeye.
muscular.
Nice horse ribeye.
I think I'd eat anything once.
I mean, cows seem really nice too.
Yeah, cows seem great.
Like,
That's
if
the
you-
thing.
if you
People are
think
like,
about-
"Oh, dogs are so lovable." It's like you ever walk up to a cow
Yeah.
and the cows will let you pet them. People said they're just like bigger dogs. Like they'll
Yeah.
roll around in the grass. Like
I mean,
they got personality.
as gross as pigs are, they can be cute.
Oh yeah, very
They can be.
cute.
They can be disgusting though. You ever been to a fair and pet a pig, pet a cow?
No, I'm from the city.
Yeah,
I'm a city boy.
see in York, they got this the fair every single year. You can
County fair.
yeah, it's the oldest fair apparently in the United States. I think they made that stat up, but yeah, you can pet any single farm animal you want. Goat. They have a pig that's pregnant in there, and
It's always just year round pregnant.
no, the fair only happens 1 week a year
Yeah.
in York.
But
and
it's
during that
always
week, they
pregnant
get
that
this-
week?
They get this pregnant swine, and he'll just lay in this
Hill.
She will lay in
Whoa,
this.
what's going on in York?
She'll
Why
lay,
is Buddy pregnant?
she'll lay in this just on the ground, and then there's a bunch of people in a circle gate around her, and
Yeah.
people watch. And then one day during the week of the fair, this pig will give birth.
Do they plan that every year?
pig.
Plan pregnancy so that it gives birth every year during the fair?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's not I don't know if they plan this exact pig. They just find a pig, in the area who's pregnant and expected to give birth this week. I think. If I had to guess, I hope that's what they're doing at least.
Wow.
And then I've never seen it. I don't want to.
Piglets are cute.
But like I'll go in there, I'll look at it, and it's just like laying there. It's massive. I've never seen it give birth though, but people in New York.
What's the litter like? Like 15 piglets?
Probably. If I had to guess.
Probably something like that. It's squirting them
Probably a
out.
good guess. And then there's one runt, and then that one doesn't get to eat.
The runt of the litter.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to Wilbur in Charlotte's Web.
Oh yeah,
I think so. I think he was a runt.
Charlotte's Web, what a classic.
That is a good one.
Isn't that like a metaphor for communism or something? Or is that a different book?
I think that's like Animal Farm.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
That one's
of.
got pigs out too.
McCarthy was pissed about it. Not Mike, but
Who?
General McCarthy.
Oh,
McCarthyism about like they hate being the Red Scare.
not
Big Red
Coach.
Scare
Not
around.
Coach McCarthy.
No, not Michael. Not Michael.
He may have loved that book. He did.
Stick around with us through this next break right here on WSRR Radio for Behind Enemy Lines.
Hi, this is Melissa.
And hey, it's Matt.
Hi guys, my name is Ari.
Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
Come through to a Synergy Naked session.
Synergy Naked is a live performance recording, also captured on video. Look for our releases on YouTube at Synergy Music Studio.
We're located on the south side near Chicago. Passing through.
Hit up our DMs on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
If LimeWire taught us anything, your digital music is free and open to piracy, and even manipulation when it comes to digital distribution. So why settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet? Make your release something special with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants and works with local artists to get their next release pressed exactly to their liking. So check out Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl pressing plant today by visiting hellbendervinyl.com to get started. And don't forget, all customers at Hellbender Vinyl get 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Welcome back to your Cleveland Sports Talk show from Pittsburgh, Behind Enemy Lines, right here on WSRR Radio, brought to you by our proud partners at Synergy Music Studio. Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio offers a diverse array of musical services specifically crafted to meet their clients' needs. From recording to mixing and production, discover how they can bring your vision to life at synergymusicstudio.com. Dom, we are recording on Wednesday, February 4th. Yesterday, Tuesday, February 3rd, the Cleveland Cavaliers made a big trade, sending away Darius Garland, one of their core 4 members, for to the Clippers for James Harden, former MVP.
Yep.
James Harden, 36-year-old shooting guard, former Oklahoma City Thunder player, as well as Brooklyn Nets, Clippers. This is now his 6th team in the NBA. Played for the Rockets. That's where he won the MVP. This is an interesting trade because Darius Garland's a younger guy. They drafted him years ago. He's been, like I said, one of the core members of this team. They trade him away for this 36-year-old guy who is a liability on defense, a lot of people would say. Now, Garland wasn't great on defense either. He was hurt a lot, but I'm interested to see how much this really adds to the Cavs' chances at a playoff run, because right now they're the 5th seed in the East. I don't think seeding really matters in the NBA. As long as you're in the playoffs, anything can happen from there. Maybe as long as you're above that play-in tournament, you're guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. I'm not sure how much I love this trade. They also made a trade for Dennis Schroeder and Keon something like a week ago, trying to gear up for this playoff run. It'll be interesting to see what happens, to say the least.
It will be.
With the Cavs moving forward. But you were a former big James Harden fan, right?
I did like James Harden back when he was on the Rockets, back when he was the beard.
Back when he was cooking?
He was cooking back in the day. Like he kind of changed the game in a way, especially with drawing fouls.
Yeah.
for better or for worse, but he was just different. He just always found a way, and I appreciate that. I mean, the truth of the matter is he's an 11-time All-Star. Like you said, he's an MVP, but he is old. And Darius Garland is 26, so he's still had a lot left in him. But I guess the whole thing is, a push in the playoffs. It's not just to make the playoffs, it's to make the run matter, because the last few years, the Cavs have had a good team, but they've had early exits in the playoffs. They've always been expected to do more, and they just don't get it done. Now, they've ran into some buzzsaws. Pacers last year. They need to find something to get them over that hump. I don't know if James Harden is it. Like you said, he's quit on multiple teams. I wouldn't say he quit on OKC. He just got traded out of there, right?
He might have left in free agency.
Because he wanted to be like the guy.
He wanted to be the guy, and he went to, to his credit, he went to Houston, and he became the guy. Like I
didn't win anything.
MVP. But yeah, he hasn't won anything in the postseason, which
but then he went to Brooklyn.
Worrying thing.
Brooklyn was bad with KD and Kyrie. That was bad, but Philly might have been even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just continues on this trend. I didn't hear anything much of him in LA. But that seems like a whole mess there with like Kawhi and Paul George. Like, how do you not win?
Seemed like
those guys.
It seemed like they never got it together where like all three of them were healthy for very long.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'll be an interesting run here to see what they do. The Beard in Cleveland. He's kind of just a very Cavs player to get. Like you think of Dwayne Wade when he came to the Cavs, past his prime. Derrick Rose.
I think this is
Shaquille O'Neal.
I think that he's like the best out of all those guys.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think
still being able to play.
He can still contribute a lot. And I also think that they're not going to ask him to do a ton. Like, they're not going to ask him to be who he was in Houston. They have their number one option in Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
They have two guys on the inside who can score and play a lot of defense in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. I think he can, he'll have his ISO opportunities, I think, but for the most part, I almost feel like the way that he can best help this team is passing and like becoming a spot up shooter where it's like just get open on the arc, catch and shoot. And I think that could be like the path to his first ring possibly.
I believe he's had some issues in the playoffs, like in elimination games specifically as far as shooting. So Garland as well didn't play too great in elimination games, had 11 points, went 4 for 16 versus the Pacers in that last game of the playoffs last year. So I don't know. I think you get veteran leadership potentially, but James Harden, I don't know if he's really that guy you look as far as like being a leader for a team. But I gotta say, like Donovan Mitchell, he's like one of the best players in the NBA, the best player on the Cavs. But as far as star power goes, like a Harden jersey is much cooler than a Spida jersey. If I'm being honest.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. 45 looks pretty tough though.
Does it though?
I think 45 is a nice number. I think that's
for
pretty
basketball.
nice.
I don't love it. What's Harden gonna wear?
I like wearing something weird. I think he's just gonna wear one.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what the graphics have been.
A Harden Cavs jersey could
one.
be cool. Went to a Cavaliers game earlier this year. It was awesome.
Against the Rockets, right?
It was against the Rockets, yeah. So I'd like to go see a playoff game. I think that stadium or arena would be rocking.
Yeah, Definitely. Cavs get a great atmosphere in the postseason, and that has been our basketball segment. We can go towards some Super Bowl lines here. We talked about earlier the spread 4.5. The over under set at what 45.5. You mentioned?
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite things about the Super Bowl is that there's all these bets that you can hit on that you don't get for normal games.
True.
And, some of them are like the Gatorade color that's going to be dumped on the coach, the over-under for the national anthem,
which
the coin toss.
The national anthem one, they've really limited the amount of money that you can bet on that because of the amount of insider information around the national anthem. Because, like, there's got to be rehearsals for that. So there's a bunch of people in the arena during the rehearsal. They hear it. They texted all their friends. So now, like, the most you can bet on that is, like, $100. But it is cool, the amount of stuff that you can bet on. Same thing with, like, Gatorade color. There's too many people who know about that, I think.
Yeah, but they can dump different ones on them. They got different Gatorades,
True. You never know which one they're going to grab. There's some good lines on here, some interesting ones.
Are you excited for the the Bad Bunny halftime
Actually,
show.
I was watching the Grammys a couple nights ago. Benito won Grammy or Album of the Year at the Grammys. Didn't listen to the album at all, and then I listened to it this morning. I was like, this is actually pretty good. I was like reading the lyrics like in English. I was like, okay, he's actually like, this is good stuff. So
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it.
No, he's got good stuff. We got all right from sharpfootballanalysis.com. Here are the top 10 weirdest prop bets for this game. Number 1, will Mac Hollins enter the stadium barefoot?
That's a good one.
That's a good one, isn't it?
I think that's like, what are the odds on that?
Yes is minus 550.
gonna
It's
say,
pretty high that he's going to, but
He does it every game.
He does do it most games, I think. He might do it every game. I'm not 100% sure, but it's the Super Bowl. Like
maybe he'll class it up.
I don't know. Maybe I would probably bet yes on this that he will be barefoot, but we'll see. Will they mention matchup is Mike versus Mike McDonald versus Mike Vrabel? We already mentioned it on this show.
Yeah, you
now
hammered
the
that.
question is, will Tirico mention it?
Tirico might not. Collinsworth will for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Tirico sometimes pulls out some of that weird stuff.
Right.
He likes to have some fun sometimes.
He might be onto it. What are the odds on that one?
The yes is plus 200.
So I like the odds 2-1 on that.
I could definitely see Collinsworth saying, it's Mike versus Mike here. It could be. I could see that. Which song will Green Day play first in the pregame show? Which apparently Green Day is playing on the pregame show. I didn't know that. American Idiot is highest odds with plus 100.
It's either their first or their last, because they're going to try to make a political statement.
Basket Case plus 300. Know Your Enemy plus 400. Boulevard of Broken Dreams plus 500. 21 Guns plus 700. I'm saying that's out because it's a little too slow. When I Come Around plus 600. That could be a good one.
A banger.
That's a good one. Holiday 750 and Minority plus 800. I would right now. I think When I Come Around or Holiday might be my favorite bets on.
When I Come Around is pretty good. Holiday, I don't know. I like American Idiot though. I think they might be onto something there.
Yeah.
Something that came out earlier this week. Bad Bunny. Apparently, he might be wearing a dress. Yes on that is minus 150.
Ooh, okay. Well, there's one here. Number 4 on this. I was right about to bring up Bad Bunny. The next one is, will Bad Bunny expose a nipple?
Wow,
which I
that's
feel
gotta
like
be high odds.
Yes is plus 4 or yes is minus 450. I feel like it's pretty likely that he's gonna have a vest on or something.
Yeah,
like Latin.
Yeah,
come on, he's gonna be doing a little salsa, something like that. He's gonna have the rig out,
Yeah. There's some. Okay, this is betonline.ag. They have the most insane wagers on here. Some of them are depressing. Some of them, like, will Ice raid a Super Bowl tailgate party? Yes, plus 300.
Jesus.
Which will be higher, Stephon Diggs' yardage of shortest catch or Stephon Diggs' baby mama's 6?
Wow.
This is insane that they're putting this stuff out here.
What site is this?
Well, it's on louisianasports.net, but apparently they're getting these odds from betonline.ag.
Oh, man.
But this one also has the expose a nipple, minus 500 on this one.
Here's a...
will Ice arrest Bad Bunny on stage, plus 2,000.
Good God.
That'd be insane.
Number 5 is, will Seattle attempt a pass from the opponent's 1-yard line? A little ode to the last time the Seahawks played the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
FanDuel has something like that. A repeat of the last time these teams played, the correct score, Patriots 28, Seahawks 24, plus 35,000 on that one.
Wow.
One of the crazy...
Kind of like those numbers flip, though. Seahawks 28, Patriots 24.
There are some really goofy ones in here. Either quarterback to record 7+ passing touchdowns, plus 20,000.
I don't know about that.
Any player to record 506 passing yards. I don't know where they're pulling these numbers out. Oh, Super Bowl records. Plus 15,000, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
150 to 1 for Darnold to throw 506 yards.
Also, both of these defenses are spectacular, so I don't know about that happening. Number 6, I like this on sharpfootballanalysis.com. Will a Patriots linebacker catch a pass in the game? Which is a throwback to Mike Vrabel catching a touchdown pass the Panthers.
You think we'll do that?
In that Super Bowl? Which you could see that. He actually did it against the Panthers and the Eagles the next year in the next Super Bowl, 2003 and 2004. So yes on that is plus 600. No is minus 1,500. Now I don't know if they have a linebacker who they really use like that. Like
Yeah.
Robert Spillane.
Spillane.
I don't think they're putting him out there.
No.
I think it's more likely that they put someone. I don't know. I don't think any linebackers are the ones that'll be the guys. For that.
The Seahawks, or it was either Seahawks or Cooper Kupp on social media, posted a picture of Super Bowl practice this week of Cooper Kupp throwing a pass. So either they're leading the Patriots on that will be a play, or they're actually playing on Cooper Kupp throwing a pass. So look at those
games.
Look at those lines if they're available.
That's not too bad. Number 7, will Dave Portnoy be removed from Levi's Stadium? And they don't even have the no odds in here. It just says yes, removed from stadium plus 1,000, and yes, dragged or handcuffed plus 2,000.
Well, he would certainly get dragged if they kicked him out. That's what happened in the past when he went in there in disguise. He went there with a fake mustache and he went limp.
Oh, yeah.
And they just dragged him. But apparently the NFL has lifted that ban on Barstool. They're welcome back.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So
I feel like he wants the ban to be on him just for the publicity of it.
For sure.
He probably just wants to look like a badass.
During COVID, the 2019 draft, I believe, when they did that, 2020 draft, when they did it on Zoom and Roger Goodell was in his basement, there was like a auction to watch a game with Goodell in his basement, and Portnoy won, and then ended up just
never did it.
canceling
Yeah,
that whole thing.
Yeah,
Just gave
I
him
do
some
remember
money
seeing
back.
that.
Did
Did they give him his money back or not?
I think they did.
Oh, they bet. Yeah,
I hope so.
I got 2 other really good ones here right before our break. Number 8, will Terry McAuley, who's their rules analyst for NBC,
Yeah.
will he disagree with a call after review?
No.
No is minus 140. I like yes though, because there's a lot of calls this year where they've been like, I don't think this is a catch, and then they come back and they're like, that's a catch. Which is really interesting. Number 9, color of Gatorade, and number 10. This one's kind of an ode to like Travis Kelce in the years past. Will Stephon Diggs propose to Cardi B after the game?
I don't think so.
Yes is at plus 1,000, which actually I feel like those odds should probably be higher, like plus 2, maybe even like up to 5. I think
he's got other things he needs to figure
he's
out.
got some other issues other than proposing to Cardi B. But we don't have any other issues here on Behind Enemy Lines, so stick with us through this final break for our final segment right here on WSRR Radio.
What's the difference between the shirt you're currently wearing and the one that I am? Well, both do their job of concealing us from the outside world and social boundaries. But one little black swoosh makes yours cost nearly double. That red rectangle may not change how warm you are, but it certainly changes the price tag. The truth is, nobody cares about the details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com. Have a laugh at the big brand clothing company's expense with shirts that simply say sports team, political statement, music band, and more. A shirt for any occasion and the perfect gift. GenericClothes.com.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines here on WSRR Radio. We're proudly brought to you by our friends at Hellbender Vinyl, Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant, one of America's most trusted record pressing plants. You don't want to settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet. Have a physical album release with Hellbender Vinyl, and the only way you're going to get that is at hellbendervinyl.com. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com. We're back here on Behind Enemy Lines, just days away from Super Bowl 60, the biggest event of the year, the most watched event of 2026, unless something insane happens. Do you think it's weird that every single of the most watched shows, it's either NFL is like 40 out of the top 50, and then like college football is like 8 out of the top 50. So you have like 2 left, which I don't even know what they are, but it's all football. It dominates.
Yeah, it's America, baby.
It is. I was watching an interesting podcast the other day. You was talking about the death of football. Like, will it ever happen in the United States? Probably not in our lifetimes. But does it become a point where it just becomes something that your grandparents watched on Sundays, so we all watched on Sundays, and then it just becomes something that people don't care about? Because if you think about people in the Northwest, those kids aren't playing football. It's not something that they'll be able to relate to.
The Northwest?
Yeah, like those kids aren't playing football.
What about right now? Seattle's in the Super Bowl. That's the
But
Northwest.
the kids, like, there's no high school football really. Like, they aren't letting kids play tackle football as much as they used to.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as youth football in a lot of places anymore. So it just becomes something that you just see these guys on TV. It's not something that you really know about.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Will football ever die? Will it ever face the ratings drop that
Everything
the MLB
has.
and NBA has?
Everything. Like, nothing in the history of humankind has ever lasted forever as being like the number one cultural thing. And football has been that for a long time. It's NFL, it's college football, and it's Taylor Swift. That's the only like monoculture in the United States that's left.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I feel like down the line it probably could die down a little bit, but I still think it's going to be the most popular sport.
Yeah.
For a long, long time.
Yeah, I don't see anything like replacing it. That's the thing. Like
The other thing
NBA,
is, like even if the ratings drop on it, it'll still be the most watched live events because no one else is, with streaming and stuff, no one else is going to watch.
well, that's the
anything
other
else
thing.
live.
If ratings drop, then the TV deals go down. And then at the like player negotiations, the players aren't going to be like, we're taking less money. They're never going to do that.
Yeah.
So then what happens at that point? Like, you get a lockout and then you don't play for a year. Like, you couldn't imagine a lockout in the NFL today. Like, people need football that bad that it just would never happen.
And they have the money to where they can throw it at the players almost.
Yeah.
And
like we saw it during COVID. Like, those guys were playing football for crowds of no one because we needed football that bad. It's just the biggest, most important thing in the United States right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting to think about. And it is the perfect sport for television too. Because there is like moments of like intense action. But for the most part in football, it's a pretty, as far as watching, it's a pretty chill thing. There's a lot of breaks in action.
It's perfect too because that is one thing. Like, obviously it wasn't designed this way because it wasn't how I'm about to describe it when football was created. But like now with people's like short attention spans, like all you got to do is watch for 10 seconds at a time. And then like you can watch the replay and all that, but like kind of just have it on in the background almost.
Yeah.
Like it's almost perfect for like short-term content, like, TikTok generation.
Yeah.
Like, all I need to do is watch for 10, 15 seconds and then I can take a break and look at my phone
for sure.
For a minute.
Like, football didn't even start as something they thought would be televised.
Yeah.
And now it's like the only thing a lot of people watch.
Yeah, it's keeping cable alive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only reason anyone gets any live TV packages, honestly, is to watch sports and mostly football.
Yeah. In college football, that's such a big thing. I don't know if it is as big like in the Northeast, but especially in the South, like that's almost bigger than the NFL, I think, for them.
Yeah, a lot of places it is, just because there's more college football teams too. I think that's part of it. There's more of that. There's more connection to it also because like more people went to Alabama than people who have played for the Titans or whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever team it is, like more people, went there and now feel that connection to them because of their school or, grew up in Alabama and things like that, whatever school it is, or grew up in Georgia. And they have those, historic teams and historic, that team legacy, that program legacy. So
college sports used to be bigger than the pros, apparently. Oh, yeah. So I've been told.
A lot of time, I've heard that as well. And sometimes people still think that college football is better.
Yeah, I don't.
And bigger than the NFL, which I
think's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's
the NFL is like a perfected product. College football, like the games are too long. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, you can have a game that's 2.5 hours. You can have a game that's 4.5 hours.
I will say
that's a problem.
The breaks in college football are too long. There's too many commercials, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's perfected as much. The half times are too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as.
But it's still better than any other sport. Still better than watching a baseball game or a basketball game.
1,000%. Someone asked me Monday. I was playing hoops. And this guy sits down next to me on the bench while, like, in between a couple of pickup games, and he just goes, "Do you ever miss playing football?" And I said, "Every day, brother." He said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He goes, "You ever just think about it?" And I was like, "Literally every single day." I haven't had a single day in the last probably, I wanted to say 3 years since I played, 2 years since I played college football, but I was like, I haven't had a day in the last 20 years where I haven't thought about football at least once.
I mean,
day.
We went out on your bachelor trip a couple weeks ago and we played a game of tackle football
in the snow,
and in the snow was perfect too.
Yeah,
because like the hits don't.
It was slow. Everyone was padded up with the multiple coats. There's no speed.
Yeah,
there's no speed because no one has any traction. The snow was like up to our ankles. But
it made me miss being a kid because I'm like, I'd love to play like football, but I'm not tearing my ACL like flag football, but I'm not. It's just not worth it. But it is the best game.
It is. It is. I told him, I was like, it's actually funny you asked me because last night I laid in bed for about 3 hours, couldn't fall asleep, and I was just thinking about football, thinking about, all the guys I've played with, all the things in the past, the different things that could have gone differently in my career, and different things like that. It just has that lasting, impact on you.
Yeah.
But I'm cooked now. I threw my back out playing hoops.
Yeah, just not the same. Football's a boys' game.
I'm old. I'm feeling old. I'm only 26, and I'm old, man. It's crazy.
We're unk.
I'm very unk. I've been laying on the floor the last couple of days just with a heating pad on my back.
I've been there, brother.
Yeah.
I tweaked my neck like a month or two ago, and I couldn't turn my neck. I had to turn my whole body to look at people.
My neck was sore after we played that football game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I'm feeling it, man.
I had the biggest bruise on my leg. It didn't go away for weeks. It was a physical game.
It was a spectacular game. You played great, Dom.
Put on.
For the folks listening at home, Dom played free safety like a stud. Played like a roaming free safety over the middle. No one was getting behind him. You played great. I was highly impressed.
It was like the Seahawks defense. The thing I think about from that game is falling in the snow on a pass designed for me, and then getting back up and making the play. I was like, man.
Hey, you can fall down, but you got to get back up.
The effort was there. The talent might not be there anymore, but the effort will never go away.
The effort was all that mattered. I got picked up and slammed in that game while I was throwing a pass.
Really?
And it felt great. It felt so good. I think I threw it to you, actually. I checked one down, and someone was coming up the middle, and I was fading back through it, and he picked me up, and I feel like I flew for 3 yards, and he was on top of me and landed on me, and I was like, man, that feels good.
Falling in the snow is enjoyable. I don't know if it would have been as fun on the hard ground.
I don't know if I'm if I'm just missing that feeling, but when I fall, I was kind of upset when we went skiing that weekend. I didn't fall at all.
Yeah.
When I fall and get hit a little bit and get banged up, it feels nice.
Yeah, no, I agree. Part of it, I think, is adrenaline.
Yeah.
I might be effed.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I don't fall during a ski day, it's not a good trip.
Yeah, it was. It was a good trip, but I didn't fall. And
you got to push your limits.
I would have liked to go down one time at least. Get a little yard sale, see everything fly off me.
Yeah,
skis all over.
Yeah, it's good
to go 5 yards away.
It's good taking a tumble. It's good getting roughed up. Enough people don't. I mean, especially being a grown adult, you just don't. You don't get any of that.
The best part of the game, in my opinion, when we were playing some backyard football, my favorite part was when my buddy Colin came through and filled the hole, and I instinctually just lowered my shoulder kind of, and we hit face to face. And I just bounced off it, and I was like, "Wow, that felt good."
He hit me rattled though.
He hit me. He was rattled. I feel like my forehead hit him right next to the eye, over here in that occipital bone or whatever you call that. Yeah, right in the temple.
Yeah, he was seeing stars.
I felt good. I was feeling nice after that.
I mean, the odds of no one getting injured was unlikely, but everyone walked out on
the
skates.
fact that we had 15 guys out there who played tackle football for how long were we out there? Probably an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Probably 2.
Not a single one of us got hurt.
No.
Shocking.
No. All just minor bumps and bruises.
Get some boys together and go out and
find
play some football.
2 feet of snow.
Yes.
Specifically.
Go out.
Playing on turf, I think someone would get hurt.
Yeah, probably.
The speed is up for sure.
The speed's definitely up. Yeah. It's best in the snow. Or if you are in a warmer climate, find somewhere that's muddy. And wear some clothes you don't care about.
Yeah.
That can get going. That playing football out there in the snow got me thinking that maybe I should find a
35U.
Yeah, 30. No, a local rugby.
Yeah,
club.
That could be fun.
I've seen in the south side of Pittsburgh. I've seen there's this bar called Ruggers. It's like a rugby bar, I guess. And then across the street from it is the park. And I remember like, I think it's like a baseball field.
Yeah, I think I know.
When I lived over there, I think I passed it like on a Sunday to go to like Giant Eagle, and there were guys out there playing rugby, and I was like, that would be kind of fun.
That could be fun. Depends on like the problem with playing like with strangers is you'll get a psycho.
Yeah,
someone who will like go try to take your knees out.
Yes. Yeah. See, that was the other thing. I was trying to play with some discretion.
Yeah,
and not hurt anyone.
Make it a friendly game.
Yes, I was trying not to, lower the shoulder on anyone too much and like mess anyone up. Yeah, ruin their day and ruin our day so that we have to go take them to the hospital.
Yeah.
But it was a great time. There's nothing like some physical activity with the boys.
For sure.
Which is and part of it is someone getting not injured but hurt.
Yeah.
You got to get hurt a little bit, but not
get
injured.
Banged up.
That's why I also wanted to go play paintball. Like next time we go play, we gotta go play paintball.
Yeah,
because it's a great time.
I've never played. I've never played paintball.
Really?
Yeah, because I've always been. I've seen people get walloped with them.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Last time I played, I went out in short sleeves because I was like, I'm gonna feel it. I want to feel it. I went out in short sleeves, and I got hit a couple times like in the arms, and I was like, like it felt good and like whatever. I got hit right in the neck.
Oh god!
And it looked like I had a hickey for like a week.
A big one.
I got rocked. I was like, oh my god. I'll tell you what though, I wanted to do it with everyone on this bachelor trip because it's nice like when you're playing with all your friends and none of you guys know what you're doing and you're playing with the rented guns that all suck kind of.
Yeah.
But
people bring their own.
When you go, if you just go to a paintball range or whatever it's called and like you play with random people, there will be people there. What'd you say?
You'll get sweats.
Yes, that's right. There's some sweats. Like
they treat it like it's Fortnite.
They're building on you. Yeah. No, there are people with like professional guns and like professional gear and they're in like ghillie suits and they're like standing up and just like peppering one spot. They know how to like, I don't know if they have like a tactical like
hiding spots.
Yeah, like they know the angles of everything where they're like, I need to be here so that they don't have an angle to run in here and whatever. And we have suppressing fire. It is crazy. Some of the guys that are there know what they're doing. A little too much, probably.
There's some paintball freaks out there.
You should come. We'll get a game together.
I mean, I've watched a few YouTube videos that are hilarious, where it's like dudes just shooting someone in the face like point blank, and then them like fighting each other.
Yeah,
you ever seen those?
No, I have not.
Pretty great. Might have to find one later.
Last time I went, real quick story. I hit this guy from like probably like 30 yards out. And I
sniped him.
Hit him right in the face mask. I was like, oh hell yeah! And then I look at him. He wipes his thing off and just stands up and keeps shooting. I was like, no, that guy's out. This is bull. This is bull. Like, you can't do that. I'm not going to let cheaters on my map.
Did he say it was a headshot?
No, it doesn't matter. Headshots were fine. I hit him in the visor. Really? He was okay.
And he thought he could keep going on.
Yeah, cheaters. Yeah. Cheaters at the Pittsburgh paintball park. But not here. Not here. We don't take any shortcuts at Behind Enemy Lines. Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And enjoy the Super Bowl from us at WSRR Radio. Thank you for joining us.
The preceding program was a sponsored production. The views, claims, and ideas expressed may not represent those of WSRR Radio.